moving on, defective household appliances and other electronic devices can be a nuisance, and many a times the only solution would be to dispose them. But what if these very same appliances could be upscaled or modified to perform different uses? From fence posts and cabro blocks to making televisions from computer monitors, our reporter Hibak Said dives into the world of electronic waste repurposing and brings you the following report.
Your daily home appliances can be quite the load when they die and you don't know what to do with it. However, for electronic devices, you can find that they have a second life, especially when you come to centers where they can be refurbished or turned into new things altogether.
First, the breakdown. Before new life is granted to what seems to be nothing but plastic, nuts and bolts. Here at the Waste Electrical and Electronic Centre, each item is valuable and nothing goes to waste. The company has adopted a circular economic concept, a system that boils down all operations at their Nairobi-based workshop to gaining maximum use of what others deem unusable.
A collection of electronic devices that would otherwise be useless. This can be taken apart and the individual components and the individual pieces used to create something new entirely, or an electronic device that could be used in your houses.
We remember for every electronic device, for every 1 kg of electrical waste you recycle, you are saving the environment 1.44 kgs of carbon.
Collecting the rejects from households and organizations at selected drop-off points.
We've set up in all major towns now, or other cities. The major cities in Kenya now have e-waste collection centers. We carry out something called estate drives, whereby we identify certain estates in the country, and then have drives where we create sensitization and awareness, and then agree with the communities around there when they are ready for us to collect the e-waste from their houses.
Each new item is first tested for upscaling, a process where a non-functional electronic device is upgraded to perform new tasks in its previous structure.
Ports, we have a display port, we have a VGA port, we have a DVI port. So we have also have a VGA port, and in a VGA port we have a decoder converter, a VGA to decoder converter, whereby you can use the Zuku. It can be converted so that it can be input or inserted in a decoder and perform the normal way as a television can perform.
If this is not possible, it is then dismantled, and the team is then tasked with finding the most value for it.
And what will happen here is that each of these items will be dismantled to their constituency fractions. Whatever you get after dismantling is called a fraction. So there'll be fractions in plastics, there'll be fractions in metals, there'll be fractions in batteries, there'll be fractions in metal rods.
The individual pieces are then processed into new items, where the workshop uses reduced versions of what seems to be completely unusable, such as plastic particles to fencing posts. Glass pieces from television sets and other appliances are ground then used to fortify cabro blocks, giving it a distinct aesthetic shine.
And then we build another remanufacturing industry, whereby we also creating jobs and opportunities for young people as we build the economy.
The firm believes that Kenya could use the circular economic model to reduce appliance importation costs. They say repurposing could be the metaphorical stone killing two birds, both reducing the volume of electronic waste while ensuring cheaper prices for consumers.
We embrace refurbishment and reuse, because also that reduces the amount of e-waste that will end up in the environment, And recycling is also a very expensive exercise. So before you go to recycling, you want to apply refurbishment, you want to reuse.
Waste Electrical and Electronic Centre CEO Boniface Mbidi says they are now looking into repurposing batteries for electric vehicles.
Because as we go on with the kind of work that we are we discover new things every day. Yeah? So we've discovered these are things that are happening in other markets, refurbishment, and you cannot have a circular economy when you're just using and throwing away.
In addition, the centre has devised a way of harnessing the gas chamber components in refrigerators and air conditioners.
The concept of a circular economy, giving new life to old life, and maybe in a few months you could be one of the people who could be owning a refurbished electronic device. Hibak Saeed for KBC Channel 1.